Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stomp, Clap, and Read today. We've got a really fun program planned today. Miss Cindy's got some really fun stuff planned that she's going to tell you about in a minute, including a special guest. I'm going to remind everybody to feel free at any time to go by the main branch of the library through the drive-through because it's open, and to grab a storytime kit. You know, I like to remind you every week, it's an egg shaker and a scarf, and you can use it. And please, every child in your family is certainly entitled to have one. So feel free to go by and grab one of those. I'll be on Facebook monitoring the best I can and also in the Zoom chat. So post comments. Miss Cindy's going to tell you what we're looking for today. And I will see you guys at the end of the program. Take it away, Miss Cindy.
Thank you, Miss Debbie. Welcome to Stomp, Clap, and Read this morning. We are so excited. You know, Octavia and I love music. Well, today we're going to learn about the orchestra. Does anyone know about the orchestra? The orchestra has lots of different instruments in the orchestra, and I wonder if anyone knows some of the instruments in the orchestra, and if you do, or if you know if someone plays the orchestra, because today we are going to have a special guest from the Elgin Symphony Orchestra, and he will be joining us later with a special instrument. But right now, boys and girls, I would like you to think about your questions. I want you to tell us about your favorite instrument, and you can drop that into the comments later when Octavia, yes, she's going to be interviewing. She's so excited. All right, boys and girls, we are going to do some singing because Stomp, Clap, and Read is all about singing, dancing, reading. All right, so ready? If you are ready for some singing, clap your hands. Ready? If you're ready for some singing, clap your hands. If you're ready for some singing, clap your hands. If you're ready for some singing, if you're ready for some singing, if you're ready for some singing, clap your hands. If you're ready for some dancing, let's stamp our feet. Ready? If you're ready for some dancing, stamp your feet. Here. Are you ready for some dancing? Stamp your feet. If you're ready for some dancing, if you're ready for some dancing, if you're ready for some dancing, stamp your feet. If you're ready for a story, let's shout hooray. If you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. Again, let's do it loud. If you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. Well, right now, we're gonna get ready to do a little scarf waving. We're gonna dance with Allison Levy, and we're gonna reach to the sky. So get your scarves out. I love that part. Rock out. Okay, well now Octavia is ready to move to the beat with Stephanie Level. All right. Well, boys and girls, that was fun. Now, before we have a story today, I thought we would sing our hot chocolate song because I'm kind of thirsty after all that dancing. So how about if we get out our cups and some cocoa and a little whipped cream, and we'll get ready. How about if we get your shakers out? You could snap your fingers, you could shake your shakers, and we're gonna sing the hot chocolate song. Ready? Here we go. Hot chocolate, yummy, yummy, yummy hot chocolate. Pour the cocoa whipped cream on top and below, 'cause it's hot. Ready? Hot chocolate, yummy, yummy, yummy hot chocolate. One for me and one for you. Hot chocolate, that'll do. All right, we're gonna have our story now. Our story today is about the orchestra, and it is called The Orchestra Pit, and it is by Johanna Wright. The Orchestra Pit by Johanna Wright. Ooh, I have a feeling I'm in the wrong pit. The orchestra pit. It's time to do a little bit exploring. Ooh, that trumpet is loud. Ooh, the tuba is quite gloomy. The trombone is almost as long as I am. Ooh, bonjour, a French horn. Something must have startled them. What could it be? A snake, that's what it could have been. Here are the wind instruments, the flute, the clarinet, the bassoon, and the piccolo. Ooh, that oboe is rather charming. Oh my goodness, we forgot. In the story, it says that the string section seems friendlier. There's a violin, a viola, and the cello. And I'm quite attached to the bass. Uh-oh. What happened, boys and girls? What is inside the snake? Oh no, it's time to hide. Ooh, I don't think I'd like to find that in my piano. Who's coming now, boys and girls? Let's see. Uh-oh, is that an elephant I hear? No, it's those instruments sound like an elephant. Those instruments sound like a hippo or a bird. The strings remind me of monkeys. The percussion sounds like a gorilla. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's about to begin. Quiet. Then loud. Look at all those instruments, boys and girls. Uh-oh, it's time for their visitor to go home. Time to head home. And where is he going? Up to, looks like a place we might know. He was in the wrong pit and now he's going back to the zoo. He's climbing in and he found the right pit with all the other snakes, the right one. All right, boys and girls, that was an awesome story. Now, we saw a little bit about the cello in that story. There's lots and lots of instruments in the orchestra. So today we're going to learn about a few instruments, and one of them is the cello. And the cello, we're going to play some music right now with Lucy Kalantari and the Jazz Cats. And they are going to, you're going to see a big instrument played by a very little fellow.
I know a little fellow when he plays a little cello. He plays that cello like a big, big fellow. When he plucks and he bows are the tunes that he knows. He plays so high, he plays so low. Glissando, tremolo. The fingerboard. I know a little fellow when he plays a little cello. He plays that cello like a big, big fellow. When he plucks and he bows all the tunes that he knows. He plays pianissimo. He plays fortissimo. Pizzicato raindrops. Sweetest melody, dancing all around the fingerboard. Know a little fellow when he plays a little cello. He plays that cello like a big, big fellow. When he plucks and he bows all the tunes that he knows. Scales. dance every day as he shares his loving melody.
Wow, wasn't that great? Didn't it make you want to dance? That instrument can make so many different sounds. We heard a lot of different words, and I'm not sure if we know of what that means, but it's all about music, and maybe our special guest can tell us a little bit about some of the vocabulary that we just heard that Lucy Kalantari used when she was asking Darius to play different notes. All right, boys and girls, we are going to have our special guest now. Please let me introduce you to a member of the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. His name is Mike Brozick. And there he is. This past season, he served as an acting member of the orchestra of the Lyric Opera of Chicago. And we are so happy to have him here as our guest. And thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm Mike, and this is my trumpet.
Wow. Octavia has a question for you, Mike.
Yes.
She wants to know, how do you play that trumpet?
Lots of practice. But what we do is we take a breath, we put our lips together, and we put them up against the trumpet and buzz them. Blow air through those lips, and out comes music.
Wow. So the trumpet does sound different. Yes, we can. And you make lots of different sounds. Show us your favorite notes. What does notes sound like?
Well, we have lots of different notes, and one of the ways we make the notes is by pushing down these valves. And I can't think of my favorite note, but I do have a favorite sound that we like to make that maybe Octavia, I wonder if she's ever met a horse before. She might recognize that note.
Wow, she says you sounded just like a horse.
Why, thank you, Octavia.
There were some sounds they talked about in the story today, Mike, about different sounds that the instruments might sound like with different animals.
Mm-hmm.
And then also during the video today, we heard a lot of different vocabulary. Lucy Kalantari was asking her son to play. Do you want to talk about any of that with us?
Sure. A lot of times we use Italian words for music, and you might have remembered her saying pianissimo, which means quiet. And fortissimo, which means loud. So we like to play all of those sounds, loud and soft, on the trumpet.
Wow, that is so cool how you can do that. Oh yeah, Octavia wonders, what is your trumpet made of? Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is somewhat heavy. It is made out of brass, which is a metal. And that's why we call our instruments the brass instruments, unlike the cello, which is a string instrument because there's strings. But it's made out of brass metal.
So how old do you have to be to play the trumpet?
Well, I started when I was 7 years old because I needed all of my big teeth. When I have baby teeth, sometimes they fall out, and if you have missing teeth, you can't make a sound on the trumpet. So I waited until I was 7.
Well, that's very good to know. Now, how do you still practice every day?
Yes, I practice every day. In fact, I just practiced before our story time. Got up early and make it a little better, just a little bit every day.
Wow, that is so cool. Do you have any favorite songs you would like to play for us, Mike?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a song for all of you boys and girls. It is called The Trumpeter's Lullaby. I hope you enjoy.
Lucy. I loved it, and I did too. It's a beautiful instrument. I wonder, Mike, if the boys and girls might have some questions, but is there anything else you want to tell us before that we start seeing if we have any questions?
I would just say that if you love music, don't be afraid to sing music because you don't have to be any age and you don't even have to have an instrument. So you can always sing along. I love to sing.
Singing makes us happy. Yes, it does. Miss Debbie, have you seen any comments or questions yet or shout outs?
Hi, everybody. I do have some shout outs and I'll do them at the end. We have one comment from our own Miss Katie. She plays the flute and she was on a couple of weeks ago and she just wants to tell Mike that he plays so well. And I think we all know that we're getting a lot of great thumbs up because it sounds wonderful. Katie asked when you started playing, but I think you answered that.
Yes, I was in, I think that was fourth grade. I was 7 years old. And I thought I'd prick the trumpet because I thought, well, it only has 3 buttons. And I thought, well, that can't be too hard. But little did I know, it's hard.
Absolutely. We do have a couple of questions. I have a question.
Yes.
Sometimes you'll see a trumpet as gold and sometimes it's silver. Can you explain the difference between the two?
Absolutely. So all of the trumpets, like you said, are made out of brass. And if you see this little piece here, it's kind of dark brass-like. And on the outside, we put, this one has silver plating. So they put silver on the outside to make it shiny and to protect it. And sometimes they put gold on the outside too. But either, you'll see both of them. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. Miss Katie would like to know, what is your favorite type of music that you play?
I play lots of classical music. So that is my favorite type. Pieces by Beethoven, pieces by Mozart sometimes, by Bach is a favorite composer of mine. And that first piece I played was written by Bach.
Oh, excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about the Elgin Symphony Orchestra? I mean, Gail Borden is in Elgin, and I'm not sure everybody even knows about it.
Yeah, we are right across the street from the library. We often play at Hemmons oftentimes, but we are an orchestra that's made up of brass instruments and stringed instruments and woodwind instruments, and we get together and we are so looking forward to playing for all of you when in the future here when it's safe to be together. But yeah, I love playing with the Elgin Symphony. There's some wonderful musicians and friends to play with.
Oh, that's excellent. Miss
Yes,
Cindy,
that's what Octavia was wondering, how she could go and listen to the orchestra. So in the meantime, well, hopefully the boys and girls, do you have a YouTube channel? Are you guys playing any way that the boys and girls or families could enjoy?
Yeah, I would go to our Elgin Symphony website, and sometimes we post videos up there as well. And you can hear more about musicians and that are in the orchestra. And my name is Mike Brozick. You can go to my website, list us some music. And a lot of us musicians have things that are going on video and in the meantime while we're at our homes, in our homes.
awesome. Well, while I kind of wait and see if we have any other shout outs or questions, Mike, do you have another maybe short piece you would want to share with us?
Yeah. How about a fanfare? I said I play classical music, and one of my favorite composers is Beethoven. So I'm going to play a little Beethoven fanfare. And that is from an opera where I often play in the pit, like the snake, where the snake lives.
So is a pit really a pit? Is it really kind of under the stage?
Yeah, so sometimes if you go to an opera or a musical, you might hear the musicians, but you may not see them because they're not on the stage. But if you look down, oftentimes there's a pit down there, and we're making our music down there for the people on the stage above us.
That is so
That is,
cool. It's too bad. I know I do. I hear the beautiful music, but sometimes we can't see you. It's so great to see you and your instrument today, all close up like that. So do we have any more questions out there, Miss?
I don't have any more questions, but I do have a bunch of shout outs. So I'm gonna start with those. We want to say good morning to Jacob.
Maybe we could give him a toot on the trumpet.
Oh, there's going to be a lot, Mike, so get ready.
Oh, no.
Here's to Lily.
Wave.
And Aubrey. And Noel. Love it. And we've got Isla and Landon. And we've got Natalia and Juliana. And we have Amara. And we have a good morning from Abby. I think that's probably our best shout out ever, boys and girls.
Oh, you got that right. You have that right. Exactly. All right, well, we are coming to the end of our program and we are going to do our goodbye song now, boys and girls. And Mike, we want to thank you again so much for joining us. Boys and girls, if you want to learn to play the instrument, please try it. Look at it's so wonderful. And now all of us are going to do our goodbye song together. Are you ready? All right. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you soon, raccoon. Better swish, jellyfish. Give yourselves a hug, ladybug. And bye-bye, butterfly. All right, boys and girls, don't forget to find out about the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. Thank you again to Mr. Brozick, Mike Brozick from the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. Thank you again for joining us at the Gail Borden Library today.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Mike. And we will see you all next week.
Thank you.